All right, so there's something going on in the real estate community that I've addressed before that I want to address again. Now, I'm not going to say any names, but if you want to know kind of who this is in reference to, head over to Tony the Closer's Instagram, and he has a bunch of lives and videos talking to people about what happened. Now, this isn't a shot at one particular person, but I see this going on with a lot of real estate gurus, in the space, especially amongst the black and brown community. And this is something that I've addressed before when it comes to like even that whole thing with the guy in Atlanta that had the fun. So here's what's pretty much, to keep it simple, of what's going on. People want someone to take their money and invest in real estate for them. I've said several times in this video, if you want to be a real estate investor, you need to actually get out in the field and take losses, get your hands dirty, and learn this thing yourself. I have people that reach out to me all the time, doctors, lawyers, scientists. Hey, I'm busy, but can you invest in real estate for me if I send you the money? No. See, right now on Instagram, a lot of people are bashing this guy, and it may be rightfully so. But people also need to take accountability for being walking licks. A lot of y'all are walking licks. Like y'all are sweet for it. You're getting finessed. You're getting finessed. Real estate is just one of those things where less than 1% of people actually get rich from it as far as rehabbing homes. Rehabbing homes is a skill, like boxing, right? Floyd Mayweather is great because he mastered the skill. Like basketball, like baseball, football, where you have less than 1% of the population that actually makes it to the league and makes millions of dollars. Well, rehabbing real estate is the same way, right? Do you really think that Floyd Mayweather is going to go into the ring and fight for you and then send you all the money? No, that's not how the game works. As soon as you tell a lot of these guys, I got $100,000 to send you, and can you invest for me? A lot of them, oh yeah, go ahead and send the money. Finesse, you sweet for it, you're a lick. And that's what's been going on, since like 2018, 2019, all because you don't want to do the research. You don't want to do the work. So what's happening is, these guys are just saying, hey, I'm gonna buy this deal for you. And, you can get this type of return, and people are going for it, right? Because the average person really thinks that you can buy a house for $100,000, put 50 into it, and sell it for $250. And I'm here to tell you that that's not always the case 99% of the time in real estate. It's not. It's never that cut and dry. And if you're somebody that's watching this and you don't have the time, or if you don't actually want to go through the grind to actually learn how to flip real estate and learn, from the closing when you buy to the closing when you sell, and learn about the types of listing services with different brokerages, and learn, put your squad together. It's not for you. It's not for you, because this real estate thing is a skill set. It's no different than being a boxer, an NBA player, a lineman, a wide receiver, a shortstop. It's a skill set. And if you can't master that skill set, you will lose money, especially if you're sending the money to somebody else. And, like I said, I think people need to share in the blame, because a lot of people around here are walking licks. You're walking licks just because you're lazy, right? Or you don't want to take the time to actually learn this thing. And the majority of people already, lose money in real estate, let alone you want to send your money to somebody else. It doesn't make sense. So, if you actually, if you're a skilled surgeon and you like what you do, and, you make good money at it, be a surgeon. All right. Unless you're going to cut back on those hours and actually learn the skill set, show up to, whatever location, look at the property, understand how much it costs for windows, understand how much it costs for flooring, what kind of flooring, understand how much it costs for countertops. Understand how much it costs, per plug to get GFIs put into the walls by the sinks. You have to learn these things, right? Understand the permit process in your state. Understand the type of licensing that's needed by the contractor you're going to hire to be able to flip a house. And you got to put a team together. A lot of people that are in the rehab space will tell you some of the hardest, or one of the hardest things, is having, laborers, plumbers, electricians consistently that charge good prices for you to be able to turn over in a timely manner, and also not get your budget all shot up. But most people don't want to understand these things. I tell people all the time that there are multiple ways to learn real estate. For me, I became an agent, right? So that I can work with investors and watch them take L's, and those L's don't affect me. That's how I learn, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with, let's just say you find a deal that you really want to do, and you get a mentor, right, to walk you through it, and you pay them for their time. That's totally different. Or if you buy a course to learn, right, that's totally different. But don't send people hundreds of thousands of dollars to do deals for you. You're sweet for it. You're a walking lick. That's what they're going to think. And people are going to tell you whatever, but it's the truth. People hit me up all the time and ask me to do it. I either don't answer or I just tell them no. Okay, and and this is one of the reasons why. Even some of the skilled real estate investors that I know that take money from people, outside of social media, like people actually on the street, majority of the time they lose the people's money, or the people don't get their return because a lot of these deals are not that cut and dry. It's always something, and a lot of people don't understand the numbers in depth enough to actually know this, right? You before you even buy the house, you're thinking, all right, boom, it's going to take $75,000 to rehab this house. But then once you get your electrician in there and he say like, hey, bro, I got to charge you an extra $5,000 because of this, because of that. The same thing with the plumber, the same thing with whatever carpenters, if you got structural issues, like it can really be opening up a can of worms, and you mess around and you spend money to sell a home, right? And even some of the most skilled rehabbers that do this full time will tell you this stuff. If they're real, they don't always win. They don't always win. And, being a rehabber it's a skill set. It's almost like how Phil Jackson was with the Lakers. Now, he may not be a physical player like a contractor, but he had the playbook and he had the mindset. All right, this is what we're going to do, y'all. And that's essentially what a real estate investor is. You got the playbook, you know what I'm saying? You got the mindset, boom. You got the layout, like, all right, I'm gonna need you to come in on Monday to start this, boom. You got to be able to juggle and manage these people yourself because it's your money. You give it to somebody else, it's not the same. People are not going to treat somebody else's money like it's theirs. Sorry, that's just how the game goes. So, I didn't want to make this long-winded or make this a long thing, but it's the truth. A lot of y'all are walking licks. Like sweet for it. You just want to send somebody the money, and you don't want to do anything. You just want to just get a return and so you can run around here and say that you get passive income. All right. But I'm sorry to tell you, passive income, you got to work for it. You got to work for it. And it works the same way in real estate. You got to actually get out here and show up to these projects every day to make sure that the contractors are doing what they're supposed to do and actually manage these things because it's your money at the end of the day. And, if you really want to get into real estate, learn the numbers, stick to an area that stick to a county that you understand. If you can, flip a house in your neighborhood. When you see one go up for sale, you know the neighborhood, do it in your neighborhood. It's the best way to do it. That way you can keep an eye on the property. You can, it's easier to show up and manage because now all the contractors know you live around the corner, so you can show up and make sure that they're working. It's a full-time job. And if you're somebody that doesn't want to take the time out, or you don't have the time, or you don't want to learn a skill set, just stay away. Do something else. There's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people want to get in this game just because it sounds good when you're at the bar talking to somebody. Yeah, I'm a real estate investor. Like when I hear that shit, I'm like, okay. Like, because I know that there's less than 1% of people that consistently make money in this game as far as rehabbing goes. Now, wholesaling and being a real estate agent is totally different. And, the subject to and the creative finance and stuff, that's totally different. But these rehabbers, a lot of these rehabbers, L's, no matter what they tell you. People in the comment section going to be like, yeah, well, I rehab it. Yeah, okay. In the comment section, okay. The majority of them lose money. I promise you that. It's a full-time job, and I got out of it because of that. All right, it's not as easy and consistent as people think. But with that being said, stop being a walking lick and stop letting people finesse you. Stop being sweet for it, and that's just the bottom line.